Hey, I'm Dave. Welcome back to the Spotted Hammer channel. Today I'm going to be talking about having a confidence when you're doing your sheetrock projects. The more tools you have in a drywall project, the better off you're going to be as far as how smooth it's going to go, how well you're going to do. There's a few tools you're going to need when taking on any sheetrock project, whether you're doing your basement or you're doing it for a living. There's some things you have to have. Number one, razor blade. You can't cut drywall without it. You can, but it's a nightmare. Number two, keyhole saw. Keyhole saw is going to be how you're going to cut out angles and cut around light boxes and just stuff you can't do with the razor blade. You're going to cut out with a keyhole saw. Next thing's a marking pencil. Every construction guy has got to have a marking pencil in his tool belt. You can't do without it. Tape measure. Why do we need a tape measure? Come on. Screwdriver. Snips. Got to have snips to cut your corner bead. Drywall lifter. Sheetrock screw gun. These are perfect. These actually will countersink every screw so that when your finishers are coming back across, they don't have to go in and sink all your screws in for you. This is already going to have the job done for them. And the most exciting tool I have found for doing drywall, the router. This thing has made sheetrock jobs go faster and faster and faster since it's coming out. And I believe these have been around since probably the early 90s, late 80s for doing drywall. Before that, everything was cut out with a keyhole saw. I'll show you kind of how it used to be and then how they do it now, and you'll see what a dramatic difference there is as far as how long it takes to do one. So when you're using a keyhole saw, if you say you had one of these light boxes right here, you're going to have to cut this out before you put this up. So that's going to require taking 4 measurements. You're going to have to measure both sides of the box and the top and the bottom. After you're done, you're going to have marks like this right here on your sheetrock. So you're going to start in one corner. You're going to cut all the way around. And that's going to be your light box for your little blue electric box. Now, let me show you how much a router has improved doing drywall. So I'll use my little drywall lifter to lift my panel up there. And throw some screws into it. Notice I'm not using a screw gun right now, just for purposes of making this video, but a screw gun would actually make me countersink a whole lot easier and take a lot less time. Now when you're using a router, all you basically need to do is measure down to get yourself inside of the box somewhere. So to get me down into this box, I need to be approximately 14 inches from the top there. So, also, if this were an actual wall, I would have marked on this wall approximately where at back here this is going to fall, whether it be up here or on the ground. So now that I know where in the wall, the immediate area of where this box is going to come, and I have the measurement of what's going to get me inside of that box, I can now cut it out with the router. very important, make sure you're wearing safety glasses, number one. And number two, make sure there is no electricity going to these panels when you're cutting out your boxes, because that can give you a little zap. Zaps are not good. I felt a couple. They hurt. So, I'm going to cut out this box now, and I want to let you know that in case you can't hear me while I'm using this router, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the box. I'm going to go to where I feel it touching the inside of the box. Then I'm going to hop over the edge of it, and I'm going to go around the box counterclockwise. Okay? Going in the box, going to the edge, jumping over the edge. You can feel it as you go around. As you can see, that was a ton faster than cutting it out with a keyhole saw. Now we can screw that panel down tight. And I will show you another use of the router that's also made drywall a lot quicker. So around windows and doors, unless you wanted to get out your razor blade and back cut it, it's called, and then cut it out with your keyhole saw, which takes forever. Like going around a light box, if you're going around the outside, you're going counterclockwise, but if you're going around the inside surface something, you'll go clockwise. So if I'm pretending this is the window, I will go in, down to the bottom, and I can just feel it riding along the bottom till I get to the wall. Coming up. Coming up. Now going across. And there you have your window cut out. So these are just a few of the tools. Most of the tools actually are used for your basic drywall jobs. There are some other things out there, some attachments for your screw guns that will hold long strips of screws. If you're doing this for a living, yes, there's a lot of other things you can use. But if you're just a weekend sheetrocker, you're taking up side jobs, you're doing these little projects in your basement, this is all you need to make your job go just as quickly and as smoothly as possible. So, thanks for joining me this week. We'll see you next time.
Like, subscribe.
So make sure you subscribe, ring that bell so you can get any future videos, and we will see you next time on the Spotted Hammer. And make sure you're leaving me any comments about any future videos you may want to see. Take care, guys.